to say.
What did you want to say? Quick, before I unmute
It's okay.
us.
It's all right. No, it's all right.
Okay. Well, I've already unmuted us.
Oh, good. Well, okay. It's all right. No, it's okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to D&D with the Banana Brothers. I'm so glad you could join us tonight. We are joined here with these four idiots.
Hey, I represent that remark.
Hey.
That's Mr. Idiot to you.
Okay, let's make sure that I actually have sound and stuff on. Can everyone hear us okay? Because, you know, I had dental work done today, and I've already had a glass of wine and a half, and I just want to make sure all the buttons are being pushed and all the things are getting done.
Pain meds and alcohol.
Yeah, things you shouldn't mix. Okay, so let's get through with our announcements, and then we'll start this game. So, what's that in the background? I hear like
maybe
in the background.
maybe the dentist
The ocean?
on the radio.
It sounds like the ocean.
Sounds like the ocean waves or something.
No.
It
Seems
sounds like the
mildly
ocean.
appropriate for this episode, although I can imagine not wanting it to be there constantly.
All right, I'm going to mute myself. See if it's coming from me here.
Yeah, it's definitely you.
Found it!
Found it. But the ocean waves is appropriate. Just maybe
it's
not.
back.
It's because he's unmuted. Okay, so let's do our announcements. Let's start
Oh,
with. Go ahead.
I was just muted. You still heard the ocean.
It's only when you talk. No, it's only when I talk.
It's only
I'm
when I
just
put
going to
the
mute
seashell
myself
to
for the
my
rest
ear.
of the day here.
It actually is me when I talk. Nope. It was not.
Yeah, you know what? You're echoing somewhere.
All right, everybody mute themselves. We'll sort it out. But first, we have announcements.
Yeah, we have announcements. So, Tranquil, you go ahead and start.
All right, so same as last week. Teespring store is on the down below or somewhere, and you go and get the cool chibi t-shirts. We got a new one for Clover.
Mm-hmm.
Dalmori makes them, and she's a fantastic artist. Follow her on Twitter. And I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Our Lindor, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Listen, would you like to influence our weekly D&D sessions? Become a Bananakin, an Ancient or Twilight Dragonkin patron, and you can. This week, our current patrons have chosen items listed, I think over there. I don't know. Maybe it's over there, but it's somewhere. So anyway, you know, maybe it's under the DM. I don't know, but
It's
anyway,
under
that's what you can
Ukokna.
do. Okay, it's under my brother Ukokna. Okokna.
There you go. Perfect. All right. And Choku, your turn.
All right, it's February, and in February, the goal is to have 20 patrons. We've already got 12. Every 2 more patrons, that's 14, 16, 18, and 20th patrons. Elders and Dragonkin patrons will automatically be entered into the drawings, and they do not have to be present during the stream to win.
Exactly right. Yes, it's Patron party, and I'm gonna let Andy go last, but I want to talk about patrons real quick. I have a bunch of prizes, and that there is something going on with the sound.
Yes, and it's you.
Do you really think it's me?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Where's Rylan at? He'd have
know,
figured this
right?
out
When-
already.
Yeah, I think
When
so.
Discord
I think
is
so,
not
too.
lit up
Where's
by
Ryan
any
at?
of us, I
He's
think it might
figured
still be
it out.
coming out.
I
Okay,
just
I'm gonna
heard
try
a
something.
Huge loop.
Hold on. Okay.
We are Nerdsmith. Nerdsmith.org is a
Perfect.
fan-supported network of entertainers,
Okay.
creators, artists, and contributors, just like us. We make nerdy podcasts and Twitch streams that are free for everyone
wait,
to
stop.
enjoy. We make
There's a
nerdy
lot
podcasts.
going on right now.
O'Reilly,
Time out.
the necromancer
I thought the
of
red
dead
flag.
topics.
I still hear it.
Lord's name in vain.
And I thought it was because I had this extension cord on my earbuds, but I still hear it.
Tranquil, can you mute your microphone? Tranquil, can you mute your microphone?
Oh yeah, it's definitely him.
It's Tranquil. Check Zoom. Make sure that you're not. Voice isn't on there. Make sure that you're not.
No, he's muted in Zoom.
I just heard a repeat of my voice. I think I just heard my voice. No?
Oh, now you're making me confused. Am I really here?
You're here. And that sound's gone. Rylan.
Oh yeah, you're here.
Were you-
Great. Can you hear us? We need help. Oh yeah, you're here.
Were you-
Great. Can
Are you
hear
hearing
us?
yourself through me?
We need help.
Wait, I just heard
Oh, yeah,
Arlindor
you're here.
again.
Great.
Are you hearing yourself through me?
Oh my gosh, there's an inception going on.
I
Yes.
just heard. Mute Zoom.
Oh, is Zoom not muted?
And Choku, I see a mute. Oh, Jamie just unmuted.
Nope, now we can't hear him.
I see a mute. Oh, Jamie.
Can
just
you
unmuted.
can you hear the echo now?
I can't hear him. Yes, I can hear
see
the
a
echo.
mute. Oh, Jamie.
Can you
Someone's
Oh, I
got
hear a
Twitch going in
huge
the
echo.
background because there's a delay. And I'm double checking and it's not me.
It's not me.
I'm muted on Twitch. I'll close out of it.
Okay, how about now?
Okay, I don't hear it now, but everyone needs to keep talking. So if we hear the echo or not,
I'm talking.
I don't hear the. I don't hear the shh
This is.
part.
I'm singing.
Okay,
So far, so
I
good.
think we're good.
There might be a bit echo there. I put my extension cord back on. I think we're good too. All right, so
I
whatever.
don't know why that was happening.
That's all right.
I think it was on my end, but I have no concept of why it was happening.
That's okay. We got it fixed. So, thank you, R6. We need to call you something other than R6. I want to say R6.
Oh, no. I love R6.
We have to go R6D2. Yeah, that's what I want to say. R6D2. Okay, perfect. So I'll finish up with the patrons, and then we'll go with Andy's and his stuff. Real quick, the patrons. We're gonna have it's Patreon party during February, and we're the support that we get from our patrons. And if you are a patron, you can see the monthly expenses. I posted it today to the Patreon site of what it costs to run all the shows on Qyjari's Curious Crafts. And the patrons support more than half of the budget, which is awesome, and I really appreciate it. But we'd like to get that number up to 20 if we can for the month of February. And we have some giveaways. We have some awesome Die Hard dice giveaways. I will show them to you. We have this swamp dice collection here. We've got this, this one's called Sakura with the white. It's hard to see on my, there you go. There we go.
Ooh.
We've got, this one is the Void Crystal.
Nice.
And this one, which my kids were like, hey mom, guess what? That glows in the dark. And sure enough, we tested it and does this glow in the dark Eldritch Blast.
Oh man.
I know, right? So, and I've got actually quite a few of these swamp golem ones that are really cool. But I'm gonna give those away during the month of February as we get to certain levels of our patrons. And the next goal is just 14, so it's just 2 more. So if you're considering becoming a patron of Qyjari's Curious Crafts, there's a link below, and open a new tab so you don't leave us, and that would be great. So anyway, Glaton, oops.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so
That's awesome.
Glaton, go ahead.
Just one more.
Oh my gosh. What? Seriously? Who became a patron? I don't get any notifications. This is bullshit.
It just showed up on stream.
I know, but I didn't see who it was.
I think it was R6. I might be wrong.
No, R6 is already
Exactly,
a patron.
Ryan.
Rylan, I know. Profanity. R6D2. Did you really?
Oh wow!
R6
Thank
were
you.
awesome. Thank you so much.
It's because he's so old.
No, he's a wonderful person. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
That's great. I'm gonna hear about this Sunday.
Yes, you are.
He's my new crafting nemesis.
Yes, Noel, he's an awesome crafter. Yeah, follow him. Seriously, follow him on Twitter because he does some awesome crafting. Not even kidding you. I love his terrain work. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, Gliton, tell us about
Except when he throws it at you.
Of course. As I said, nerdsmith.org is a fan-supported network of entertainers, creators, artists, and contributors. We make nerdy podcasts and Twitch streams just like this one for everyone to enjoy for free. People that support the network, though, get some access to some really cool bonus content. So check that out on their Patreon, as well as, obviously, Curious Crafts Patreon. Please check us out on nerdsmith.org. Our adventure is also sponsored by World Anvil, the most robust campaign management software around. World Anvil helps DMs, writers, and role players just like us build and showcase their world. Nerdsmith has used it for countless heroes, final rites, shenanigans. I'm sure we'll be using it for other things. I love how organized and lush it helps us create our worlds. Worldanvil.com, light up the forge. We're also sponsored by Die Hard Dice, purveyors of the finest polyhedrals in the multiverse. They're constantly releasing new sets of metal dice, new sets of polymer dice. They design beautiful custom colors, just like that one. They just released recently 17 new polymer sets. Check out the Ocean Breeze and Blue Snowdrift, some of my favorites from that collection. And tonight, support this show and get 15% off your entire order at dieharddice.com with a custom discount code. And you can get that code by typing into the Twitch chat the following: !DHDCODE. That's !DHD code, Die Hard Dice code. It's usable only at dieharddice.com. Roll with the best.
Awesome. Okay, so let's do the intro, shall we?
Both of those new colors sound like the color of your skin, Gliton.
Great take! Now, bring forth the bananas!
Except for Tranquil, who apparently has decided to go AFK at the most inopportune moment. He's back. I'm going to give a special shout out to Darling Gypsum, who helped create that awesome hat that Gliton is wearing. Our chef, our beautiful, beautiful goblin paladin chef.
Thank you, wife.
Yes, she is amazing.
I'd like to also thank our Aunt Paula for giving me the safety pin so I could put this thing on this hat. So
okay, so shout out to Aunt Paula. She's you know how every family has a crazy aunt that everyone loves to death.
Oh yeah.
She's it, and I aspire to be it when my time comes. Okay.
That's right.
So real quick, so we can get on with this game. our intrepid Banana Brothers, went from their father's house back into Ravenscroft. They didn't stay long because... What?
Why are we always intrepid?
Because I like that word.
I know.
Mark that one
Because
down.
we're on a boat now.
I can't say... What if I say our awesome Banana Brothers?
Weary.
Awesome Banana Brothers.
Left their father's place because he's sending them over to Direbrook because that's where one of the gems is rumored to be located, somewhere over there, in the Nicosia dynasty. Of course, they misheard the word Nicosia, not understanding what that word is, and thought it was negotiable, which was by the way, thank you, Andy, for the title of last week's episode. So they have booked passage aboard the Raven's Pride, which is the personal passenger ship of the Lord of Ravenscroft, Corvus Blackwing. They have one berth for the 4 of them in 4 bunks, although one of them did not want to sail. He was worried about water. He was worried about drowning. He was worried about being cold and wet. Hates them all. So our tiefling warlock, Ukokna, was kind of talked aboard by his brothers, where Beaufort... what did you cast?
Minor illusion.
Minor illusion to make it look like his bunk was on fire, which got him in the room. Of course, he didn't tell his brothers that he did that, so Gluton and Daros were both trying to put the flames out, but Ukokna felt very safe at home at last. However, he was struck with a bout of narcolepsy, thanks to our Bananakin last week, and twice fell asleep on the spot. And when he was about to fan the flames, I think he fell asleep. So his brothers tucked him in his bed and started to stand watch with Beaufort repeating that. Is it a cantrip? No, it's spell.
It's a cantrip.
It's a cantrip.
That's a cantrip.
He kept repeating the cantrip to make it appear that his brother was sleeping in fire. Unfortunately, Ziziphus, which is Ukokna's Balor fiend, woke him up in the middle of the night, screaming in his ear, saying, "What, Ukokna? You said you were going to do the voice of Zizi, and I put you on the spot."
Oopsie.
She says, wake up, there's something going on.
There's
you
something
have to leave.
going on. That's right. So, unfortunately, they start to go head for the door, but Daros has decided to sleep in front of the door. All 8'7" fur-bold Daros has decided to sleep in front of the door, effectively blocking anyone from leaving the cabin.
We're all going down.
And yeah, pretty much. In the meantime, Beaufort, are you still awake, or have you nodded off?
I'm
reading my
I
notes.
probably have been like dozing, yeah.
Dozing, okay. That's where we left off. I do want to say that thanks to our chat last week, our souvenir shop clerk has a name. It's Humphrey Chadwick, or Hoocha for short. And he sold, and this is important, he sold 6 pieces of souvenir driftwood topped with beautiful seashells, decorative, to Ukokna, so he could have something on which to float. So now he has 6 pieces of driftwood. However, Beaufort has placed them inside the bag of holding with a secret word that only he can pull them out. So that is where we left off. I'm going to keep notes. And let's go. So
I think 4 of them went into the bag and 2 of them are out with me or something.
Yeah, right. 4 of them went in, or all 6?
All 6.
All 6.
Oh,
I thought
no.
all 6 were in.
Yep.
I want my pool noodles.
Well, you are frantically trying to get past. You've tripped over Daros, who's laying on the floor.
That's right. Daryl's is blocking the door, and I need to get out like now.
Because
Daryl's,
Zizi has told you that something's happening.
Daryl's, how's your dexterity?
Well, I'm laying down in front of the door, so I would say, how is your strength?
Dexterity versus strength. Let's
I'll
see.
be
How
asking
does that
Zizi,
work?
what's happening? What do you mean?
Well,
I don't know what ZZ means.
Zizi
I'll ask
says,
her
"Quick, something's been seen on deck." He's frantically trying to get you out the door because he's worried because something's been seen on deck. On topside. They're aboard the Raven's Pride, which is a 3-masted ship, by the way. It's a sailing ship, but it's mostly passenger. They do have some supplies they're taking to Tarathiel. Oh, speaking of that, I'll put the map up. Here.
We have a map?
I'll be quiet. Right there.
I mean, if there's things up on the deck, we should go help, right? I mean,
I think that would be a good idea, but I have a better idea.
I think I got to be on deck pretty soon.
Okay, but listen, brother. There is water up there because you're on a ship. I'm not sure if you remembered us taking you on a ship and you didn't want to go, but we had to bring you on because this is the way we have to go. So I just want to make sure you understand that you're on a ship.
Yeah, that keeps him away from the water. Good ship is
Yeah,
good.
and if we stay down here, we are away from the water.
We're still away from the water up there.
You're wasting time.
I understand.
It's too late. How's your dexterity?
Move your fat ass out the way, bro.
Am I making a roll?
Oh my god.
Start pushing.
Yeah, why don't you guys roll against each other? I guess Ukokna, you need a strength to move him away, and Daros, you need dex to avoid him falling on top of you.
Oh, I rolled a 20, a dirty 20 for my dexterity roll.
Okay. Ukokna, what about strength?
Bring it. Give me your dice cam.
He does. Ukokna,
I want to see that dice cam.
All right, let me turn on my dice cam here.
Put that crap up there. I want to see it.
By the way, I went ahead and...
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, it's only a 7.
Oh.
Plus 2 is 9.
Okay.
So
Ukokna...
Be careful where you grab me.
Ukokna is desperate to get out of this room because Zizi, whom he trusts probably more than anyone on this realm, has insisted that they leave the berth. And so they race toward the door. Daros is right there. He starts to trip on Daros. Daros unnaturally springs out of the way, but catches Ukokna before he can reach for the handle of the door and stops him.
Listen, I have an idea. Who is your friend? His name is Ziza something. Listen, I need you to... Yes,
she's my Valor friend. My best.
Oh, that's great. Listen, tell her to go up there and check it all out and then come back and tell us.
I think she just did.
I know, but have her go check it again.
I mean, if this is like his god or whatever, she probably shouldn't be like sending them on missions and stuff, right?
I think Zizi tells me what to do.
I understand that, but sometimes you have to do things for yourself too.
She could be telling me right now to set you on fire.
Well, I have a lot of fun.
It's like this. Zizi is like his cookbook. We have to keep with the recipe.
I understand that. You're right. We should go out there and die.
Exactly. Fine.
Plus, if that thing kills the captain, nobody's driving the ship that we're on.
Why don't you send Jenny out?
I can drive a shrimping boat.
Oh, cool.
Of course you can.
Retcon, that's canon now.
Daros, roll for deception.
Oh.
Or figure out how to add proficiency for vessels.
Vessels, yeah.
Hey, natural 18.
Natural
guess
18?
Guess what die I'm rolling, Tranquil? That darn gray one.
Okay, well, that you guys think that he might be correct, that he could probably drive the ship, but in the meantime, though, Zizi is insisting that you go up on deck.
Well, all right, but we have to be very careful. Maybe I should go first. That way I could block the doorway and the hallway and everything through this place.
Don't slip on a puke while you're at it.
I don't disagree. I kind of will hug his hip as he advances.
All right, so you're going up to the top deck?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
All right, let's put on the map cam. Map cam. And I will place your characters.
We have a map?
We have a map. I have to turn chat off though, but we have a map.
Oh, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, chat.
Okay, Daros, you come up the stairs,
I can put my glasses off of that.
and you're coming up to the top
That
deck
looks
there.
so cool.
Who is? I have to say, this is this book. I think I showed this to you guys once before. This was a immersive battle map by Yarrow Studios. It was a Kickstarter that I did.
Cool. Very
Okay.
nice.
What's cool is it comes with clings. See this boat? It's a cling. This little side boat. It's like, remember color forms? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who's
Okay,
Who's
cool.
coming next?
Like interior design.
Yeah. So you're.
I'll go next.
Well, he's.
It makes sense to do that for D&D.
Yeah, Beaufort is attached to his leg.
Yeah, I'm hugging his hip, and just going with him.
Okay. So you keep going enough to let your brothers on the this part of the deck. Daros, you keep moving.
Yeah, I tell him to. I push
Okay.
him. I push him forward.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Let's all get.
I come out and well, first of all, I want to look around to see if I see anything that.
It's dark, and even
course it
though you have, do you have furbolgs? I don't know. Do they have any kind of vision?
No.
No.
They have no vision.
They have no vision. Oh, you know what? I finally put a base on Dogfu, and now I can't use him.
Yeah, he's gone.
That's all right.
Oh.
Okay, so you come up to the top
Oh
deck,
no!
and you see
Mule overboard.
you see two archers right here. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna get Ronan out. You see two archers
No.
here and here, and they're definitely aiming toward the north. Well, in this case, it would be you're heading east. This is east.
So that's starboard, right?
This is starboard and port.
Which way?
We recognize the archers as our guards.
Yeah, they're definitely
Our crew.
part. They have the colors on, and they're wearing tabards, and the tabard has that crow or raven with the crossed swords like you see on the screen.
Yeah.
That is the
Okay.
signet of the Lord of Ravenscroft, so you know that they're part of his crew. They're
Just-
the black tabards with the gold.
I'll just whisper out. What is it? What's
Um,
out there?
They said they see a sea creature. They're not sure what it is,
Oh.
but it was they saw it from a distance, and now it's approaching. And the captain is up here. I don't actually have a figure for the captain. I'll just bring in this person right here. And the captain says they're standing up here, also looking out with a bow. And Brawley Keats is the captain of the Raven's Pride, and he says that they are approaching this small set of. They can't even be called islands because they're uninhabited. Uninhabited.
You can have an island that's not inhabited.
Not inhabited. And there's, but they're islands or sand dunes, but they're barely above sea level. But this tends to be the place where there has been sightings in the past of a sea creature. Now they try to avoid the northern part of it, and I'll bring the map up again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Where'd I put my map? I don't know where it is. There it is. And this is obviously not the correct placement of this. It's just a general look of it, because obviously you haven't traveled for a week yet. It's that night. But anyway, it's a small little set of rises, like sand dunes and uninhabited islands.
Okay.
And you guys see them from a distance. You're not quite there yet, but that's typically where the sea creature is found. But it hasn't been seen in a long time, and the Raven's Pride has been going back and forth to several locations. They go north to Amethyst Bay, and they go to Dyrebrook on a regular basis. It does take 2 weeks to get to Dyrebrook with a stop in Tarathiel, because it's about 700 miles between the two cities. Not as the crow flies, but sea miles. And it hasn't been seen in a very long time. So this is very unusual. But they see movement.
There's shrimp.
The captain spies some shrimp. A whole school of shrimp.
Good thing we have our Lindor with us.
And the captain doesn't know what's going on, and the archers look worried, like something's stirring in the sea. Something's stirring in their area.
Daros is going to walk up to one of the guards, one of the archers, and he's going to put his hands on his hip, and he's like, "Excuse me, what do you see out there?"
Well, one of them, the one doesn't even turn her eyes. The two archers that you see there are female. They don't even look at you, but she just whispers. It just could be a sea creature. We don't know. We saw something that is dark in the waters that we had not seen before, and so we're just keeping an eye out. It could be nothing. It could be just a regular boat, but I'm surprised if it's out this far.
Okay, guys, listen. The nice lady with the bow says that it's probably nothing, but it could be something. So we should probably keep an eye out and make sure that we're all ready. So let's all just stay together and then maybe help them watch. Can you do anything to see further, Tranquil?
Nope.
How about you, Ukokna? Can you see anything further? I mean, I
can see in the
anything.
dark. I can see in the dark a little bit. Is it still dark out?
Yeah, it's it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, so
Middle of the night.
yeah, middle of the night.
Oh, Glaton and I have dark vision.
That's true, and I can see 60 feet of the most gorgeous water you'd ever seen.
It's dark vision. You can
any
see you
shrimp?
can see 60 feet, but everything's usually black and white, or in this case at night it's black and gray, dark grays, and you just see a slight rippling in the water, but it doesn't really look like anything unusual. So the captain continues to stand watch for a little while with the crew, and an hour passes, and nothing happens.
Hey, Ukokna, can we go back to bed?
I think I'm going to stand out here by the rail, just so I can lean over and maybe barf a little bit. Ah!
Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you not feeling very well?
I've never been on water that's taller than myself anymore. Never been on water this
I'm
deep.
gonna ask one of the female archers if the threat's gone.
They said they haven't seen the same movement they saw an hour ago in a while. And they seem to be relaxing a little bit. Doesn't seem to be as important as before. Maybe it was just something that the lookout, saw briefly and overreacted.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to bed, guys.
And so is that what you do?
All right.
I'm going to stand out by the rail.
Okay. All right. Stand up by the rail, and you're definitely seasick.
I'm leaning over the rail. If I get bored, I'll shoot some fish.
Sure. All right.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go up to my brother and say, "Listen, I didn't know you got seasick. I mean, do you want me to do anything for you? Maybe they got some crackers in the galley."
Do you have that bag that holds lots of stuff?
No, they put that in there.
I don't. I'm not. No, sir. I'm not carrying that bag. I believe our brother Tranquil is carrying that bag.
Who has the magic bag?
But why do we need the magic bag?
Just in case,
You ain't throwing up in there.
All right, so another hour passes, and the lookouts, even the lookouts seem to relax a little bit. It must have been something that they just a figment of their imagination. They didn't. Maybe they were just overworked and underpaid and not getting enough sleep. And in fact, they swapped the watch at dawn, and they kind of tell him what happens, but they said, really, we didn't see anything. So, are you still on deck, Ukokna?
Yeah, I'm just on my knees, leaning over the rail, just, you know.
All right, so you didn't sleep at all.
Ah.
So, you don't get a long night's rest. And, yeah, you'll have to take a point of exhaustion. She's still barfing over there.
Yeah, I would say that equals a point of exhaustion. Throwing up for 2 straight hours is pretty rough.
Yeah, his constitution is suffering. But I'm going to give, because of the little clip art thing he's got going there, I'm going to give him a inspiration, a banana inspiration. Okay, so the day passes. Daros, what did you do?
Well, I was going to cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Oh, you were? Okay.
So that we can go to damn bed.
Save it. I might be leaning over the side for a little while here.
Okay. So, what do you do?
Daros, you're gonna go to bed, or you're gonna clean that stuff off your fur?
Well, I was very careful not to get any of my fur. Thank you very much. But anyway, whatever I can't get, Jenny gets.
Oh.
Why did you send Jenny out to look for us
Oh, gross.
All right, so am I going to cast this Lesser Restoration on him? It's my last second level spell slot.
You haven't gotten any sleep, so...
I know. If I can get him some dang sleep, maybe I can get those spell slots back.
Well, then go to bed.
I went to bed.
Yep,
All right,
just
fine.
do
I'm
it.
going to bed.
All right.
Wait. I have an idea. I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on him, and then I'm going to go to bed.
Okay, all right.
Good plan.
All
right. So, Ukokna, you feel slightly better, but it's really not helping your nauseous, your seasickness. So, you spend
Patrons!
you spend the evening puking rainbow puke over the side of the ship.
Aww.
The guards are doing everything they can to step around you. You don't seem to have any concern for where it goes or what it hits. Even with the sea spray coming up on the side of the ship and cooling off your face, it still feels like you're never going to see tomorrow. Can you take away any inspiration they don't have? Okay, so you guys wake up the next day, and I take it, Beaufort, you've stopped the fire in...
Yeah, it's not there in the morning.
Right. And the guards have switched. They're watching different parts of it, and another guard has shown up. Just as an extra hand on deck. And you hear the bell to go get your morning meal.
I'm hungry. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass.
So, did we get a long rest?
What time did you get up? Did you get up when the breakfast bell went off, or are you sleeping in?
Pretty sure it was 8 hours right after I went to bed.
Okay, so you're gonna skip breakfast.
Yes, ma'am, I am going to skip breakfast.
All right, so you don't get up till closer to noon, 11 or noon, which I forget what I had on the Amaranthian calendar as what that is. I'll have to look it up.
That seems about right on my day off.
On your day off, sure. Because you have the heavy work schedule. So you have the day on the ship with your sick brother hurling over the side, and on the right, of course, is the vast sea. On the left is more sea, but in the far distance, off the port side, you can see traces of what you believe are Coventh, and eventually Tsara, which is the Elven lands. Or a different land, because you don't know what they are. 3 of you don't know what they are. Gloton would know Sarah, because that's where Moldy Nut, his hometown, is located.
Yeah, I think I met a Sarah once.
Sarah. I have to bring the map back up.
She sounds like a nice lady.
It's sort of, how do I say this delicately? Girthy. It was a sort of a continent sort of shape.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do on the second day at sea? Oh, we were going to go over the date, weren't we? We talked about this last. Who cooked is still throwing up. That's awesome. Let me go to the Amaranthian calendar, because we are at. Here we go.
Uko has Mixberry behind him now.
It was, you left Ravenscroft on 15 Eld, which is the Tuesday, we'll say, or the Wednesday. It's the Wednesday of the month, and it's always the 15th is always the Tuesday of Eld, because, or Wednesday of Eld, because the Amaranthian calendar only has 6 days. We're not going to go into that. I'll have to post it. In fact, I think I did post it on my bonus content page for patrons. So if you're a patron, you can go check it out. It's quite intense, but it does take 15 days, 14 or 15 days to get from Ravenscroft to Direbrook, with a stop in Tarathiel to drop off goods, pick up any passengers, drop off any passengers, and then head to Direbrook the next day. So they were told by their father to make sure that they met with Dynan Idor, a character of a person that their father has sent them to over in the Nicosia dynasty, to have their weapons re-enchanted, because he enchanted them once, so they're magical weapons for the time being, but they're not going to last until for long. So they have until Midsummer, which in my game is the 58th, starts 58th of Eld. So they have about 43 days to get there, to get to Dynan, but this trip is going to take them 2 weeks. So, all right, so we talked about the calendar. What do you guys want to do?
Well, apparently we're going to stay on the ship. Do they have any kind of shuffleboard or anything like that?
Do you ask?
I go up to the captain. Excuse me, sir. I know you might be busy, but is there anything we can do on this ship to help out, or maybe to, make the time go faster?
Captain Keats says, not really. We're just hoping for good sailing winds, and hope to get to Tarathiel in about 5 or 6 days, and then the rest of this journey we have some passengers.
Let's identify all those items, since we got all this time.
I think that's a good idea. We'll go down to the room and say, Ukokna, are you feeling up to maybe checking out what these items are? We can find out if they could help us in our quest for Dad.
Last night you went down to the room, but I'm up here on the side of the boat.
You go down to the room and you don't find Ukokna down there at all. You don't even see ZZ or anything. His bed has been empty for a day now.
Well, I'm going to go back up on top of the boat and look for my brother Ukokna.
He's hanging over the side. His face pale for a tiefling.
But I haven't been bored.
Oh yeah? What have you been doing?
Well, in between puking spells, I've been using some of my other spells, right? So I take a short rest, and then I go use, let's see here, Scorching Ray on fish or the water, doesn't matter. If I see something, I shoot it. And it keeps me in practice, and then I can take another short rest for an hour, and then try it again.
What's the
shoot something. I got it.
What's the range on Scorching Ray?
Let's see. Scorching Ray is 120 feet.
Okay. So on this clear day, you look into the ocean, and sure enough, you see some fish, large fish, in the ocean that you practice on every hour or so. And sometimes a seagull flies by, and you practice on the seagull too. Now, you've missed a seagull so far, but you've actually hit a couple of fish. And they zzz, and they die and they float up to the surface, and you watch as the ship passes them, and they kind of bob along, their dead corpse in the wake.
It's a shame we can't eat those.
I think you're fishing the wrong way.
I'm not a shrimping captain.
You're just a killing machine.
So he's enjoying himself. He's just trying to ward off this seasickness. During how many days are you doing this? Or are you identifying stuff, or what's happening next? Because I don't want to write the story without your input.
I just had an idea. So he keeps saying he's seasick, right? So I think, well, seasickness. I'm gonna try to use my own abilities to try to help him. So I go up behind him and I hit him on the back when he's just over the edge of the lip of the ship there, and I pump some points of lay on hands into him, and hopefully I don't hit him too hard. But
You're not trying to push me over, are you?
oh no! Just don't worry about it.
All right.
But I'm gonna try to cure his seasickness by curing a disease.
Okay. All right. Very good. And he feels marginally better. Ukokna, you don't feel as green at the gills as you did earlier. You feel a little bit better. You feel like you can stand upright now, and you're actually getting better aim at some of those fish and seagulls at this point.
That's great. Can you tell me what this cloak is?
All right. So Ukokna pulls out the ancient coloring book of secrets that he got from Sisyphus for achieving level 3, and in that book,
Which is apparently green.
It's invisible. I like it.
Is it green?
in that book, right?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, there we go. Inside that book, that coloring
Oh,
book.
that is
Right.
epic.
That is epic.
It's very good.
It was such a
Oh no!
Uh-oh, that's right. Cameras have gone crazy.
Man overboard.
in there.
Yes.
Sisyphus helped me learn 2 spells, and one of them is called Identify.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Is
What are
that
we
a
doing?
Wikipedia?
Identify.
See?
I like
see
your
it.
stick figure scorching ray there.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Identify does not mean burn things.
Burning identify.
Maybe he was thinking
So-
igneous. I don't know. I was trying to get an I word.
So
Okay.
for Identify, I need to have the little tiny rock that's a focus that I got from my mother before I left.
Yes.
And that helps me not have to have a, let's see here, the owl feather. But I do also have the pearl that I purchased in town.
Right.
So with the pearl and my focus in one hand and my book in the other.
Yep. You reach out and touch the cloak to identify it.
Wait.
And are you doing this as
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Listen, I know a little bit about spellcasting, and although I don't know a lot about all the different spells, but did you say that you were supposed to have a pearl and an owl feather?
The little focus crystal takes the place of the owl feather, but I did need to have a pearl worth 100 gold.
Which you purchased at Agnes's shop. Yes.
Okay, I just want to
Yep.
make sure. Thank you very much.
And by doing a ritual,
Right.
I can describe in here what it looks like, and Sisyphus, my Valor fiend, my patron,
Yes.
she will receive that description and help me understand what it is.
Awesome.
That's great. Listen, would you wake me up when you're done?
Okay.
It's only 10 minutes. If you fall asleep there, I might puke on you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you reach out and touch the cloak, and you look at it, and you spend 10 minutes on this ritual, and you tell. I'm just gonna tell you guys what it is. It is a cloak of fireflies, and we'll add this in D&D Beyond if you want to go and add this as a an item in your inventory. It's a patchwork cloak of gray and brown cloth, and faint floating lights can be seen. My mouse, I don't know where my mouse went. There we go. Faint floating light can be seen beneath the fabric, and as an action, the wearer may spread the cloak open and release a cloud of dozens of fireflies into the air around them. And the fireflies fly in a lazy circle around the wearer, spreading dim light over a radius of 30 feet. And the fireflies return to the folds of the cloak after 1 minute, or when the wearer uses his bonus action to call them back. It is a cloak of fireflies.
Okay, that's pretty nice. I didn't realize I had something like that. That's pretty cool because I can't see in the dark.
Okay. And
You should wear that.
he is. I think he's been wearing it, but he hasn't. He hasn't spread the cloak open to release them. He's just worn it.
And I'm not really attuned to it yet
Yeah.
because I didn't know what it was.
Right. So, all right. Do you want to do another one? What's the next item if you want to do another one? Spend 10 more minutes doing another ritual casting.
Shall we do the tiara?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Daryl's has a tiara.
And does
Yes,
Darrow's
sir.
take it off his head?
I was not wearing it on my head. Thank you.
Okay. You spend 10 minutes on the tiara, holding it in your hands and moving it around in your hands, and you can tell that this is definitely magical. In fact, it's old magic, ancient magic. And Zizi actually, once Zizi realizes what it could be, because it's not completely clear what it is, she runs away. She runs and hides. And you've never seen Zizi act like this. But the clear meaning of this item, this tiara, can't be told to you through Zizi or anyone else. It's not coming to you because it is broken, and you realize that clearly. And you know this because your father said that there are 5 missing gems from the tiara. So you can see that it's old ancient magic, but you have no idea what kind or what it does or what it could be, nothing.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna write that down because I have keen sense and I'll be able to remember this all the time.
Sure. But write it down for your
Beaufort,
DM.
didn't you want that little
Ryland, I need your
that
notes.
little gem to be identified?
Yeah, so there's a purple gem in a vial.
Okay, so do you hand that to
Yeah,
your brother? Okay.
yeah.
And Ukokna, do you do another ritual?
Yes,
For
I'll
that
do
one?
another ritual.
Okay. So 10 more minutes later, you tell your brother Beaufort that this purple gem in a vial that he received at the bottom of a healing potion is the gem of light. While you are holding this item, you can use this action to speak a command word, and the command word causes the gem to shed bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. It lasts until you use a bonus action to repeat the command word, and completely covering the object with something opaque will block it. And the gem is incapable of brightening the areas of any darkness spell. So if it's a spell,
wow.
it won't brighten it, but it's a gem of light.
Okay, great. Thank you, brother.
If the gem was on fire, then I could double its brightness with control flame. Should we try that next?
No, maybe later.
If that was the gem you got from your daddy, then maybe my ring is cool. Uko, here, and I'll pull out a ring. It's It's a ring with a shiny red stone in the setting, and hand it over.
Okay, Uko, do you do another identify on that?
Yep. After a brief hurl over the side,
Okay.
I sit back down to identify.
Well, it slowed down a lot. The hurling.
It is. I haven't eaten anything, and I'm getting kind of hungry too.
Oh, that's true.
I'm feeling better enough
Yeah.
from Glaton's heal that I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry.
Yeah. So maybe after this, you might want to go get a snack.
Yeah.
So you
Is Jenny still
looking for
in your
Jenny?
room?
Okay, so you sit for 10 minutes with your tumbly rumbly, and you identify Glaton's shiny stoned ring as a ring of swimming. And that is a uncommon magic item found directly from D&D Beyond, and I will add that to you could probably go add it to your inventory. The other two, by the way,
Yeah.
I believe are homebrewed, and I may have to add them to your characters. Unless you look them up and find them, then add them, because they're public, they're homebrewed public items. I didn't make them, but they were on D&D Beyond, so you can
I'll check the edit part.
Yeah. See if you can add it. If not, I'll add it for you using my DM.
Mine's not the gem of brightness, is it?
It is it's the gem of light.
Yeah, I don't see it. So.
Okay, so I may have to add that for you. That's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, yours is the ring of swimming. And it's
I suddenly feel quite good at swimming. I don't know why.
And at that, you are very happy about that. And Glaton, roll a strength check for me, please, with advantage, because you're feeling very strong right now.
Not super strong. 15.
Okay, that's enough. At that moment, you clap your brother Uko very firmly on the back, happy with your new ring. As you slip the ring on your finger, Uko is bending over the rails to hurl one last time before he goes to have a snack, and pitches forward into the ocean.
Come on, man, no.
Oh, no. That's so bad. I didn't mean to do that at all.
And on
I'm
that
going to jump
note, we're going to take a break and come back.
I'm so panicked and wet and cold, and I can't touch the bottom. And the ship is leaving me behind. Bye-bye, ship.
So
I knew it.
We will be
We
right
should never left the
back
room.
after these words from our sponsors.
Our annual youth choir fundraiser and auction for this March. And what? What did you write?
Why don't you just read like a normal human being?
Oh, is this March?
Okay.
Oh, and we're
Hold on.
Lucius, good morning to you. Our annual choir tour fundraiser and auction is this March, and we're looking for D&D donations from our awesome D&D community. Thank you for any and all donations. Movies, music, and more need you. Our annual youth choir fundraiser and auction is this March, and we're looking for D&D donations from our awesome Twitter community. Thank you for any and all donations. What?
Did you say Twitter community? And we are back
Yay!
with Uko overboard. Let's see what happens next, shall we?
Nope. I want to see who was the patron who picked that.
I'm not going to say. I respect my patron's privacy.
Somebody throw me a pool noodle. Where's my third one?
Yeah, so he has fallen overboard, and he has managed to clutch his pearl as he's trying to swim and stay afloat. What do you guys do?
I'll jump in. I already said it. I'm gone.
Boom.
I'm in the water.
Okay. As you fall overboard or are pushed accidentally overboard, the crew is alerted. It's daytime, and they immediately drop their ship, the boat, the rescue boat, but it's on the other side of the ship. They don't have one on starboard side, only on port. So we've got a crew member in there paddling around. 2 of them in there paddling around. Doop 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 doop, trying to get to you.
That's port on the left, right?
That's port's left.
Yeah.
Glutone, I'm gonna grab Uko and start dragging Uko. I can swim. I think I should be able to swim 20 feet around with him in tow.
Okay, so you are going 20 feet this way, but the ship is still moving. They have not had time to drop anchor, so you're actually losing momentum.
Oh, sure. I'm definitely just trying to make sure that we don't completely lose the ship.
Okay. Well, by now the captain has shouted, someone has shouted man overboard, and the captain has lowered the anchor. So it's slowing down, but it's going to take a while, and the ship is eventually going to take off that way, and you guys are in the water here until it stops. Meanwhile, this boat was starting to go that way, realized its error, DM's fault, and stayed back this way. Let the boat go past, because it's going to try to come around and save you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are struggling in the water. Gluton, do a strength check. Ukugna, how much do you weigh? How much does your character weigh? Not you.
I think it's
195 pounds.
Yes, it's 120 pounds or something like that. 130.
Yeah,
A tiefling?
standard
Okay.
medium.
Medium? Okay. All right.
Strength or athletics?
Whichever one.
15.
15? Okay. Yeah, 15's plenty enough to hang on to your brother, even as small as you are. Your strength is quite impressive for a goblin. And he is, although he's thrashing about because he's terrified of water, doesn't like to be wet, didn't like that you pushed him overboard, so he thought. So
Beaufort starts to play his guitar and cast a spell on Gluton.
okay.
From top of the deck.
Sure. What do you cast?
And yeah, it's gonna be levitate, and it's gonna be from his pan flute, which nobody has heard him play yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, goody.
And the levitate sounds a little bit like this. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. There's nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. There's nothing you can make that can't be made. There's no one you can save that can't be saved. There's nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be you in time. It's easy. And all you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need.
Well,
I could use a pool noodle.
Yeah, I can use the pool noodle and love.
all you need
Throw
is
me my
love.
driftwood, please.
Primarily the pool noodle, and then maybe love.
Levitate Gliton up. I'm gonna levitate him up about 7 feet.
Okay.
Wait, who's keeping me afloat now?
Well, I'm hoping
Gliton's grabbed
Gliton's strength would hold Uko when I saw him grasp him.
And can I narrate something for a second?
Yes, do it.
So I mightily heave Uko up, and then we start losing ground because we're no longer moving towards the boat.
Right. You're. Oh shoot! I don't have my levitate.
When do we go out of?
I have no levitation.
When do we go out
stuff
of range
here.
of the spell?
No, it's levitate. You're how high up? 7 feet. This is.
I'm just
higher.
gonna go. Yeah, I can move him up to 20 feet high, but I'm just gonna move about 7 feet high.
Okay.
I noticed the skiffs should leave to go rescue them, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay. So now we can just sort of drop into the boat. I get it now.
Yeah, I got Uko out of the water immediately, and I'm hoping just to sort of get him in the boat real nicely.
Okay. In the meantime, the boat's going this way. They have dropped anchor, but it's a large sailing ship, and it's going to take a little while to slow down. And the skiff is going this way with our 2 rescuers on here, and trying to head your way. And you guys are floating, but you're not really moving because you're levitated, so you can't swim or walk, right?
The boat should be way in front of us now.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's kinda way in front.
I'm dead in the water.
Yeah.
I mean, alive above the water.
Right. So the little skiff is heading your way to rescue you, and
Yep. And I'll break concentration on the spell as soon as they're right above it.
and fall 7 feet into the skiff. Okay. All right. So they over here, and you break levitation, and then there you go. And all of you are on this skiff, and the ship has stopped, and you all head off back. Look at me playing with my color forms.
That's right.
And
No, sir. I didn't catch you playing with your dolls again.
I definitely help the rowing as we get back. I imagine that's quite a bit of work.
Yes. But in the meantime, you guys have looked over to the right side of the boat has stopped. And you see off the starboard side, the captain calls out that you've not arrived, but you have come to the place where those little islands are that you knew about on the map. And they're uninhabited, but you see, I'm just going to pull this over here. You see that it's just a large land mass with a few palm-looking trees. And it's shallow in places. You can see there's water, little dips and stuff, and there's water filling the area. And there's an unusual motion over there on that island, on that little sandbar island looking thing. And Arlindor, roll a perception check, please.
Yes, ma'am, I can do that. Oh, I don't think that's very good. I think there's like a 10.
A 10?
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay. You look over there and you think, no, that's probably nothing. That's probably nothing. So there's a motion in the ocean, R6D2. Yeah, it's probably nothing. You don't see anything. So the captain.
Guys, I don't think I see anything over there.
do you
Can
say
you touch sort of a born island then, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I looked over there, guys, but I don't see anything.
Okay.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything moving.
Right. So the captain tells to weigh the anchor, pull it back up again, and they're going to set off. He kind of sternly looks at you and says, "Let's not have any more of those shenanigans on the ship. We're trying to make haste to Tarathiel, and we don't need any more of this stuff. Don't you have a mission to complete in Direbrook?" He seems a little miffed, and that's unusual because he has pretty good sense of humor. He's been jolly and happy, but he's not happy right now. Last night's deal with what, or 2 nights ago's deal with whatever happened in the ocean has really kind of bothered him. At that moment, something hard hits the bow of the ship, and I need for, I put you here, and Choku or Ukokna and Beaufort to roll dexterity saves, please.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
I'm sorry, 13.
13? Okay, so Beaufort, you managed to just hang on to the railing of the ship, and actually, Daros, you lurch forward and grab the edge, and Glaton, you managed to keep your ground there, but Ukokna once again falls over the side of the rail into the ocean, to the Silver Sea.
Oh, come on!
And well, he rolled a natural 1, but the ship, the captain is now frantic. All the deckhands are now up, awake, and running around and racing to the bow of the ship and to see what happened. And someone yells out, "It's the creature! It's the monster!" You hear all sorts of screaming and shouting, and you look over and you see this large tentacled creature hitting the bow of the ship.
Well, that's not very nice.
Was it hitting the bow of the ship, or was the bow of the ship hitting it?
It was. You see the tentacles rise out of the water, and it's basically attacking the ship, causing it to rock, and Uko falls overboard. Now, at that moment,
roll for initiative.
Uko, you see, as you're bobbing in the water again, thinking that you were safe on the deck, you see a large wave forming to your right near that land mass that you're close to, and it rises out of the ocean, out of the sea, and it feels like it's coming right at you, and it's just like a lone wave. You can't figure out why this one wave would be doing that. Now you can roll initiative.
Oh, no, I can do that.
It's a rogue wave.
Oh.
Oh gosh, sneak attack damage.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I got a 21.
Oh, nice. Beaufort?
14.
Glaton?
7.
Ooh. Really? Our paladin rolled a 7?
Oh, good.
Daros?
I've got a -1
15.
on Dex. It's fine.
15?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Does this mean I flee faster than everyone else?
I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Okay. I will put a little ring on that so I remember what it is.
Is our ship anchored at this point? We
Yes,
dropped
they
anchor
did not
before.
have time to pull the anchor. To weigh the anchor. What did I roll for that one? I rolled a...
Wait, so we're drifting?
Yeah, well, not drifting. It has not been weighed, right? Isn't that what you call it when you raise it up?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. They have not lifted the anchor.
We haven't lifted the anchor.
Right.
The anchor's
Thank
down.
you. Thank you. And that one rolled that. Ooh, that's got a nice one. I'll make that one this color. Okay. All right. So, Ukokna, you are in the water. What do you want to do?
Let's see. First, I want to survive. Does anyone have my driftwood?
First, I want to survive.
You're gonna use your action to call for the driftwood?
You have to hold the bag to do it.
Yeah. Somebody has to give me driftwood. I'm not a good floater. I don't like the water. I don't like being wet. Being cold.
So you call up to Beaufort, who is on the edge of the ship, hanging on, to give you your driftwood, your pool noodles.
Give me my stuff, man.
Okay. What do you
Okay.
do, Beaufort? I'm going to give you a free action on this. What do you do? I want to not be in the water.
Oh, I get a free action?
I'm gonna give you a free action to respond.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast levitate again.
No. A free action is not. That's an action. A free action is.
I'm gonna set you all on fire. Give me my driftwood.
Going in the bag's also an action.
I know, but he asked specifically for his driftwood. I'll give you a chance to respond to that. That's what I meant.
I'm gonna get you, bro.
Okay, so Ukokna, what do you want to do?
So does he give me the driftwood, or?
Yeah, he says, "I got you, bro," but he doesn't do anything else.
So, can I throw him a piece of driftwood as a free action? Is that what you're saying?
I was saying that you can respond to that. Yes.
Well, yeah, I'll throw him a piece of driftwood if that's a
Alright,
free
so
action.
you reach into the bag of holding and say the magic word, which is
Sure.
everyone.
Pumpernickel.
Everyone on deck hears you yell "pumpernickel," and a piece of driftwood comes into your hand, and you toss it over.
Yeah. Here you go, bro.
Roll an attack with dexterity modifiers on it.
I'm gonna attack the sea.
11.
With your dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
The piece of driftwood. I don't even have a piece that I could call a driftwood here. Here, I'll use this. It
I had
falls.
6. You can't even hit me with 1.
It falls right there, about 10 feet away, and it's drifting in the water, just like Hocha said it would. Hoocha. Humphrey Chadwick said it would. It's floating.
Humphrey Chadwick.
You take a minute and go, hey, it's floating. That's kind of cool. Just like I was told it would. Would.
I watch it float away.
What? Yeah, it's actually floating this way. What? You have some movement though. What is your swim speed?
Well, let's see. I'm really
What's your
tired.
tiefling swim speed?
How do I look up swim speed? Is it my
It's
regular
probably
movement
half your
speed?
movement speed.
Yeah, it's half.
Yeah, I think it's half his movement.
Half my movement would be 15, plus I'm tired, which makes it 7.
That's right, because
8.
you are exhausted.
I'm exhausted. I've been heaving over the side.
So let
for a
me
while.
get this straight. You threw the exhausted sick guy overboard twice.
Yes, twice.
You are a really,
Twice.
really bad DM.
I did not vote on this.
And then someone missed me with my driftwood.
So
I paid.
you make it about.
All he needed to do was knock you out. That'd
If
been
I'd
funny.
hit you would have ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's still your driftwood's still about 3 or 4 feet away from you because that's as far as you can move with your 7 speed. So you're just sort of bobbing in the water there. You want to do anything else? You used your action to ask for the driftwood, so really, unless you have a bonus action, there's not much more you can do.
No, I don't have a bonus action.
Okay. It is the water elemental's turn. It
I'm
sees
sorry, what?
you, and it comes. Why did I click on that? Don't click on that. 90 feet is its swim speed. Wow. Who'd have thunk it?
Holy
5, 10,
macaroni.
15, 20.
Wait a minute, a
25,
water
30,
elemental?
35.
He has that kind of speed? You're just breaking the game.
Oh, it isn't swimming though, is it? It's above the water, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Is
It
it
looks
a-
like an octopus.
That's up to you.
It is coming out of the
A
water. I
water
did say
elemental.
it was coming out of the water, so it's
It's surface
it's surface
walking.
speed. Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
I must love you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It gets to right there. You
I'm
can't,
going to be so hosed. I'm going to be lunch meat.
you can't do anything else.
At least you have the jerk seasoning on you.
That's right.
You're going to be tasty.
That's right.
Okay, Daros, what do you do?
I don't know. I can't turn into swimming things yet. Dang it.
1,000 feet swim speed. It's surfing on his driftwood. All right, Daros, what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm going to go to the bow of the ship.
the bow of the ship. That's up here.
Where the nasty thingy is.
All right,
the big teethy.
what's your movement speed?
Turdy.
Okay, you see Kraken. A big
Kraken.
What
octopus.
the hell with third level?
Kraken.
Octopus-looking creature looking
we're
over
third
the side,
level,
and you
'cause, you
see
know.
these
It's a lesser Kraken.
these guards are running up too, but this guard turns. Unfortunately, you see two ballista on the starboard and the port side, but this Kraken is right in the front, and the ballista doesn't turn quite that way. And you see two guards on the ballista, and they're trying to, but it's not turned that way. But the archers are heading up that way, and you do have the archer support.
I blame the architects.
Use your shillelagh on it.
How close am I to this Kraken? This lesser Kraken.
The Raven's Pride is 4 decks if you count the castle.
You're 4 decks.
the castle, and then the hold, the captain's. It's 4 high, and so it's about 50 feet up in the air. You're looking down about 50 feet. That might work. So it's about 50 feet down.
All right, I'm gonna throw something at it.
Okay, what are you gonna throw at it?
Moonbeam.
Sure.
Right on it.
Sure.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw, Mr. Kraken.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna do
You
this.
go, Daryl.
With my.
Get Kraken.
Are you
Hit
serious?
the Kraken.
I am serious. Wow.
12.
You missed. Ha ha. Thus
Uh-oh.
Windburn.
How can I miss on a?
A Kraken, which has a plus 12, right?
It's a plus 10. All right, so what is it? Moonbeam.
Oh my god.
Moonbeam.
Yes.
All right, it has moonbeam on its face.
All right, good. Hang on, I'm screwing things up.
Now what are you gonna do?
Well,
And you
but
don't
do
know it's a
damage to
Kraken.
it.
It just looks like a big octopus thingy with really weird fish arms.
That's good. But, you know, Moonbeam does a bunch of damage, so hang on a sec.
Sure it does.
If you could get me back on the
17
ship, I'll
points.
take it.
Sure, I'll write that down.
Look, that was a second level spell. And I'm an
I
idiot.
bought all this oil. It'd be great for deep frying.
Look, we gotta get it dead first, man, unless you want sushi.
We can have it dead and fresh.
Oh wait, that's how many points is that? Oh, that's I had it correct. Okay. All right, so
By the way, it's radiant damage. It's radiant damage.
sure. Let me just write that down.
And if the world
you only
is
take-
fair
If
and
you only take half damage if you miss your saving throw. No, it's full damage. I'm sorry, it's full damage.
Yeah,
you missed
full
it.
damage.
Ah,
But
17.
it's what, radiant.
Yes.
I'm just checking all of its immunities. Okay, got it.
and if the world is fair and this is actually a shape changer, that would affect it.
Don't
Yes.
worry. Don't you worry. Okay. So
If it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form.
sure.
Is it still a Kraken?
Yep.
I'm out.
Okay.
You son of a bitch, I'm in.
It's a good try.
It's still a very squid-looking tentacled fish. That's all you know. You don't know it's a Kraken. Come on. Have you ever seen a Kraken?
No.
No. So
If I
okay.
bend over far enough.
You see a Kraken. You see a Kraken something. All right. Is that your turn? You gonna move anywhere else? No, you moved your
back.
No, you can't. You've already moved your full 30 feet. Okay, so now it is the Kraken's turn. It is the slimy, squiddy, octopus-looking tentacled thing,
It was nice knowing you guys.
and it is it whacks the ship again.
Well, that's not very nice.
Well, I mean, it does need a waxing once a year, so.
Whacking. I get it. Hold on.
Oh,
I got
are you sure we're not taking a shellacking because it's a wooden ship?
Shut up.
the shellacking. That's good.
Use your shillelagh for the shellacking.
All right, so I
Oh,
have
what's that all about?
go to the stat block for the ship because it's whacking the ship. It is a sailing vessel. I am using the of ships at sea. And why can't I find the ship? Oh, here it is. It's not it's a sailing ship. Okay, so its armor class is 15. And it rolled. Oh my gosh, that sucks. It rolled a attack on its tentacle. 21. So it hits, and it does. So I'm sorry, I have like 18 screens open.
Break the ship in half.
3d6.
Does it do
3.
tentacle damage to the ship or to Darrow's?
It's doing it to this ship at this point. Darrow's damage was nothing to it. Okay, so 6.
And now it's hurling its testicles at us.
Exactly. All right, so it's basically pissed at the ship right now.
As long as it doesn't show us its nipples, we're okay.
Yeah, we're okay. We're all right. All right. Got it.
Nipples are bad, but suckers are okay? Gosh.
Yeah, apparently. Okay, and now it is. Oh, I put those there. Okay. Now the archers who are at the edge come over the top, and they attack the creature. Okay. Oh, one got a natural 20. Holy crap!
Oh, come on.
I know. No. This is the guards.
Oh,
Wow,
oh,
it
Yeah.
resisted
Yay!
double damage.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, you want them. Let me get
The guards are carrying us.
the
Yeah, look at that.
the Ravens.
Yeah, power level.
Right. The Ravens Pride archers. One of them
Yeah.
looks vaguely familiar.
Now the Kraken just resisted double damage. That's awesome.
Yeah, 1d8. Hold on. They're gonna do their damage. 1d8 plus. Okay. So the Kraken takes moderate damage, piercing.
Yeah, darn it.
Okay.
They're stealing XP from us.
It is, yeah, right? Okay, so
They're
now it
kill
is
stealing.
Beaufort.
They're
What are you gonna
KSers.
do?
Yeah. Beaufort. Beaufort's gonna do another pan flute song for levitate.
Okay.
This seems appropriate.
Oh yeah. He's gonna throw it down to Uko and levitate him. How far am I above the surface of the water?
You are, like I said, 50 feet. Because you're okay. There's a castle, which is the bow of the ship, and then it goes down the stairs, and then straight across, and then up again on the, I forget what it's called, the aft, but there's a section on the back, and then it's
All right.
3 more levels below that.
I'm gonna, as a free action, I'm gonna ask Glitone to maybe throw a rope out for
Okay.
Uko.
Okay.
And the levitate sounds a little bit like this.
How long does this go on?
As long as you want, baby.
The longest 6 seconds ever.
Did I get the rope? I'm
Okay.
kind of drowning.
That was
So-
the levitate 20 feet up.
All right, let's get my little levitate thing here going. All right, so you are levitated up here, and as you're rising in the air above the sea, you see your driftwood tchotchke souvenir
Drifting away.
drifting away. Drifting away.
Bye, Tchotchke.
There goes 10 silver.
There goes 10 silver you'll never see. All right, what are you gonna move anywhere, Beaufort?
No.
Okay. All right. It is.
I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I'm gonna give Uko a bardic. I'm gonna give Daros a bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Thank you.
What does that sound like? Seriously? That's your whole
Thanks.
inspiration.
More cowbell.
All right.
I got a fever.
Okay. All right. Glaton.
I heard my brother, so I'm gonna go into my pack and I'm gonna take out 50 feet of rope and I'm gonna hold on to one bit of it, the ended bit, and then I'm gonna throw the rest of it towards Daros, and hopefully he can respond by catching it.
Daros?
Uko.
why you're throwing it to me. I don't need to.
Uko, my bad. Hilarious.
Because that's hilarious.
Completely
no, I don't
forgot
need
who
to
had
roll.
fallen overboard. I'm doing
That would
great.
have been funny.
I throw it at the guy that's hovering in the air, waiting for me to throw rope at
Okay.
him.
At this point, we're not the Banana Bros. We're the Three Stooges. The Four Stooges.
Yeah.
All right, so you go
Is
to
there a
the edge,
piano at the end of this rope?
and you throw it as hard as you can down about 30 feet. Yeah, because you raised him up 20 feet, and you're about 50 feet up. Well, actually, no, you're at the next level down, so you're about 20 feet.
I'm just gonna aim it as a line
Yes.
away from him and just try to get it so that it falls near him.
Okay, all right,
And so he can just sort of like put his arms out and grab it.
all right.
Throw it like those guys on Deadly Catch.
So you
Come on.
do you say anything? Because he's right now.
Catch!
Right now he's looking at this wave over here. So you say Uko catch.
Yeah.
Okay, and roll a dexterity. What do you think? Strength? Either one.
Athletics.
Athletics? Yeah, athletics would be good.
Or acrobatics. Either one probably.
No, athletics.
I got
that's
I got
a
the
9.
A 9? Okay. Well, we'll see.
Can I
Bardic inspiration.
Can I
Don't you
try
have
to say-
inspiration?
Oh, you do have bardic inspiration.
Oh, I do. I'm gonna use my umbrella.
Umbrella. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Banana.
A banana.
21.
Very good. Okay, so the rope sails off the side. You're holding one end of it, and the other 49 feet of it is going outward, and it gently glides just over the top of Uko's head, who is still staring straight at the water elemental coming toward him. Do you want to move anywhere, or just stand there holding the rope?
Did he grab it?
Well, it's his turn next. We'll see.
Well, because can he use a reaction to hold on? Because I'm gonna start running along the ship to pull him in.
Well, let's see if he catches it first, and that's going to be his turn, his action to try to catch it. He's got to hear you and turn around.
Then I can't do anything else. Then I
Okay.
will stand there.
All right, with a firm grip on the other end of the rope. Okay, so Uko,
Oh yeah, definitely.
it is top of the order. Your turn. You heard your brother yell. You heard someone yell, catch. And what do you do?
I see something coming towards me, and I am floating, so I can't actually jump.
Nope.
But I can reach really hard.
Okay, so you turn around to look to see what he's talking about and see this rope coming toward you. So roll dexterity. Acrobatics, maybe?
Let's see here.
I love his dice cam. That's excellent.
Let's see. And dexterity, that makes a 19. 17 and 2.
Very good. So you hear Glaton, your brother, yell catch, and you don't like it, but you turn your back to the water elemental coming toward you, and you reach for the rope, and you grab onto it and hold on as much as you can. And do you want to do anything else? Your hands are now both clinging to the rope.
Is that an action?
That's your action. But if you want to do a bonus action, as long as it's not any kind of spell casting, because you can't do somatic.
Right. Let's see. Well, I'll yank on that rope as hard as I can and hope my brother is holding the other end.
You're gonna yank on it?
Yep, I want to see if I can reach the ship because I'm wet and cold.
So
and
you're
I'm
gonna
sick
do
of
hand over
being
hand.
almost dropped.
You're gonna do a hand.
Sure,
hand. Okay.
so-
So in order to move, that's fine. You can do that. You can actually move your movement speed toward the ship. So what is your movement speed?
It's normally 30. Am I in the water to have it halved, or
You're
in the
not
air?
in the water, but you are exhausted.
Okay, so then it's 15.
Okay, so you actually get to the edge of the ship at 20 feet down, and you now it's a matter of being pulled upward. You're not in it. You're 20 feet. You're like he's here, holding this rope, and you're here, but you're at the edge, and now you have to like do the Batman on the side of the building.
Do I
Batman
need
and
to
Robin
swoop with
climb.
my feet in front of me and kind of between the skyscrapers?
Sure, you can on the next go because you've already used just your 15 feet there.
So I'm not on the ship yet.
Not on. No.
You're on the side
You're
of
the
a ship.
side of the ship, doing the Batman.
You're mostly on a ship.
Mostly on the ship.
I bang off the side of the ship,
Okay.
Uh-oh.
and then I. Do I have any movement left?
Nope. And
Can I?
you basically banged on it and made a sound, but you really can't move.
Okay, I hit the side of the ship and said, "Ow, ow! Thank you, thank you, my brother.
Okay.
But this still hurts."
Okay.
Then
All
I'm
right.
done.
The water elemental is coming toward you, and gets that close, and it's coming toward you at a rapid speed, but it can't do anything from there. It is now Daros' turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep my moonbeam going and just keep hitting it with moonbeam. It
Okay.
didn't move, so it
Yeah, it
stayed
didn't
in
move.
this little.
Yep, it stayed there.
So you have to make a Constitution saving throw. Go ahead and make that.
I can do that. Why do I roll such sucky rolls when I have a Kraken to work with? I mean, tentacled octopus thingy. 13.
That misses.
Okay, so do your damage.
19 points of radiant damage.
19.
I rolled a 9 and a 10.
Very good.
It was great.
Okay, radiant. Gotcha. Okay.
And then I'm gonna move back.
Okay, how far back?
Back, where I can still kind of see it, but not out of its vision. That doesn't sound good.
You can move back one space to do that. Otherwise, you go down to the next deck.
Then I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so like right there.
But not good. Yeah.
Okie doke. Is that it?
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
Okay, now it is it is the archer's turn. They each take a swing, shoot the Kraken.
Come on, Archer, carry us.
They actually both miss. They're getting freaked out because this sea creature has not been seen in so very long that they thought it was just a myth at this point. So they're a little freaked out. So they both miss. It is the Kraken's turn. And it is going to bang against the ship again.
Ooh. Something tells me this ship's going down.
We'll be stuck on that island.
Why do I feel like we're going to be jumping off the ship in a second?
Like I'd sink the Raven's pride. Okay, 23. Takes 23
The
bludgeoning.
pride comes before the fall.
I know, right? Okay. Okay, it's getting banged up severely at this point. It is now Beaufort's turn. You see, Glaton has tossed this rope, and amazingly, crazily, your brother has grabbed the rope and actually moved toward the ship.
In a classic intelligent move.
I do like to be on the ship, actually.
Yes.
Beaufort, you are muted.
I'm gonna use my action to raise him another 20 feet up.
Okay. All right. Now he is now he is level with you, Glaton.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna throw Glaton a bardic inspiration.
Awesome. Okay. How is that gonna work? Wow, you went from quite elaborate to pretty lame.
It's the heat of battle.
It's
the heat of battle.
It's the heat of battle. That's fine.
Is it lunchtime? Is that what that bell rings?
Okay, so you gonna move anywhere?
No.
Okay. All right, Glaton. You just heard this melodic banging sound on a very small drum, and you suddenly feel inspired. And right there, popping up in front of you is Uko, soaking wet, mad as a cat.
Since I am already sort of tethered to him,
Yes.
am I able to use part of my movement to get him on the ship?
Yes. Well, you can use an action to
Okay.
pull him toward you.
Okay, well, then I'll do that.
You want to use your movement to do it? I'll
If you
let you
can.
do that.
Since we're already...
Yeah.
If you
I'm
can.
thinking since we're already tethered, it just
Yep.
requires me to move away
Yep.
from him.
Yep.
So I'm going to start walking. I'm going to start going as quickly as I can towards where Daros is over at the other side of the ship.
That's a good
Okay.
plan.
So you pull him kind of that way. And how many feet do you want to move?
As many as I have. So if it takes me 5 to move him,
I would say that because
20
you're
feet.
towing him, it would be half speed of what your normal speed is.
Oh, I'm gonna let go as soon as he's over the ship.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's there.
Yeah, I
and
don't-
you're
I
just
don't
gonna
care where
move
he
to
ends
the middle
up.
of the ship. Okay. He's safely levitating just over the deck of the ship.
And
And I'll say that was your movement, so you still have an action if you want.
I'm still within 30 feet of Beaufort?
Yes. Yes. Just.
Okay, I'm going to pull out an amulet and whisper to it, and then take a little bit of salt and just throw it in at each of my brothers as far as I can, and I'm going to cast Bless on.
Okay. Awesome. So you guys each have bless on you. I guess I'll use pink for that.
Do I get salt in my eye too?
We'll have to roll for that. Is it all 4 of you, or just, I don't remember how bless works.
Just the 3 of them.
Just the 3 of them, so not you. Okay.
First level is just 3, and then at second level he could add himself.
Okay, gotcha. So you guys have a D4 for attack rolls and saves? No.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right. Is that your turn then?
Yes, that I am done.
All right, Uko, you are hovering over the deck of the ship, soaking wet for the second time. Well, still soaking wet from the first dunk into the ocean. You're not liking life right now, but you can look down and see that the deck is right below you, and it's better than being in the ocean. It is your turn. What do you do?
Well, I am a little bit cheesed off about being wet so much and cold so much.
Yes.
And I want to take that out on whatever octopi or seafood is out in front of us.
Okay.
So I'm going to, if I can, I'm going to run right up to the front and get myself right in front of that thing, whatever it is,
Someone
and
tell
burn
me
it to hell.
how levitate works. Can he move forward with levitate on?
He has to be able
My
to
R62,
grip
thank
something to be able to pull himself along, essentially.
Okay, so he still has. You've dropped the rope though, so he only has. He doesn't have any tether to you anymore. But he did drop you at the edge of the ship, so you could reach down and pull yourself along by the ship's railing if you'd like.
So there's that. But your feet are still going to be dangling in the air.
Can somebody please turn this off so I can do stuff? I appreciate not being drowned. Don't get me wrong there.
Yeah, that's gonna be a action to, well, not an action. I'll say it's a free action to shout that out to see if one of your brothers hears you that you want that dropped from you.
I want my
All right.
feet on the ground,
Okay.
and
Free-
even if it is a ship, it's not ground.
Free action. Listen,
I feel
free
more
ac-
comfortable.
Free action for Daros.
Well, no, you.
5 gold. I say 5 gold. Keep him up there.
So you shout that
I'm
out,
gonna
but
roast your
we'll
Jenny.
have to wait and see what Beaufort does on his next turn. So you are still there. Do you want to reach down and grab that railing and try to pull yourself along the rail toward the front of the ship to cast something? Or you realize that right behind you is still that wave coming at you that looked really weird.
Oh, that's right.
What would you like to do?
Jump in the water, Daryls. Go fight that wave.
No, we're talking.
But
I'm talking to you,
why?
Uko. What do you want to do?
Is he
Oh, well,
using
I-
command?
I think he is.
I don't like your patron.
All right. So, am I able to get up in front of the Kraken or whatever that thing is?
You will have to pull yourself along the railing, and that's going to be probably.
If there's a
half-
bad thing coming right in front of you.
Yeah, but there is
Yeah.
that wave coming, so you could turn toward that wave. You recall that you were being chased. You could just turn and attack that wave coming at you. That weird.
So my
Weren't you just spending the last 3 days shooting fish in the water, and now you don't want to do it?
yeah, but now
What the heck?
I've been in the water, and
I
now my
understand.
feet are
Now-
floating in the air, and
Are
I'm
you not angry with the
pulling
water?
railing, trying to stay on the boat or close to it.
You have the personification of the thing you don't like. Shoot it.
Mhm.
I get it. I get
So
it.
so Uko yells.
His matches are wet.
Uko yells to Beaufort to drop this spell so you can put your feet on the deck, and you turn and you see the wave thing that was about to attack you in the water. Knowing that you can't move from your spot.
Okay, not being able to move from my spot.
Right.
I want to attack the wave,
Okay.
and I'm just all cheesed off by all
Yes.
this water and wet stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use Scorching Ray on it.
Go for it.
So Scorching Ray, I roll 3 attacks.
All
Problem
right.
was he
With
without
a D4
spell slot
added
because
to each of
breakfast.
them.
Yeah, don't forget
With
the D4.
With the D4, okay.
Yep.
He's on the spell slots because of breakfast.
Oh gosh. 16, 2, and 2 with D4. And
What the shit?
yeah, I know.
16.
All right, so one of them attacks probably. The other 2 are 6s.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
The 16 hits. Is this a spell attack?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, the 16 hits.
16 hits. So I get 1 spell attack with Scorching Ray.
Okay. Go ahead.
And with that, I do, let's see, 2d6.
Okay.
1 and the 6 is 7.
Okay. 7 points.
Do 7
of
damage.
Fire damage.
Wait a minute. Did you roll a 1?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
It's a 2.
doesn't your ability allow you to have that to make it on 2 because it's fire damage?
Is that for damage?
Well,
I think that's just for
If it's fire damage.
It's
Yeah.
just for
Yeah.
attack.
No, it's your damage.
Yeah, I know. It's 1 is just for the attack
just
roll,
for the
not the
attack
damage
roll.
roll.
Not damage. It
No,
doesn't.
no.
It doesn't
No.
increase the damage.
According to
you
his feat, elemental adept, he gets all of his 1s on his picked damage is all 1s rolled is automatically a 2.
But is that on attack or is that on the actual damage?
That's the damage.
It's on the damage roll.
Okay. All right. So you did 8
Oh.
points of fire damage.
8 points. Okay.
Yeah. And it looked like it took some damage. Amazingly for water. Really don't know why it's not immune to fire. But anyway, okay.
So the wave got
It
damage.
can evaporate.
It apparently a little came off of it. All right, so now it is the water elemental's turn. It is not happy, but it sees that you're on the ship. It gets to the edge and it really can't reach you or do anything. So it's just kind of right there, not very happy. It is Daros's turn.
I'm gonna move my moonbeam 60 feet and go after the wave.
Okay.
It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's not quite there. It's like right next to it.
Then I'm gonna read my book to make sure I can move it further.
Let me see. Wait, it's a large. Never mind. It's in a large spot. You got it at 60 feet because it's taking up it. This little figure was in a medium square, and I put it in the large square. So you've got it because it's 10 by 10.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, because it's a large creature.
Okay, good.
All right, so it has to roll a
Constitution.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, finally. 18.
Finally, 18.
Well, you hit the
All right.
Kraken twice.
It takes 7 points of damage then. That's
All right.
half.
And that's radiant?
It is radiant.
Radiant.
If it's a shapeshifter, it had disadvantage.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Nope. I'm gonna move down closer to the wave, cause I ain't attacking a Kraken no more.
15, 20. You can get
I
25
go-
right there.
Sure.
Okay. And
Sounds good. I trust you.
okay, that's it. That's all you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay. It is the Kraken's turn. It is going to attack the ship again.
No way.
It does.
Thank goodness
Okay.
it's not attacking
Yes.
me.
Another 22 points of damage to the ship. And the boat is rocking now, and every time it hits, the boat rocks. And at this juncture, it rocks so much that all of you need to roll dexterity saving throw, please, to grab onto something and not get thrown. Now, not Ukopna. You don't have to. You were not actually on
Good.
the ship yet. You're
I'm floating above
you're
it.
floating
Yes.
above it. Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Beaufort.
Because I rolled badly.
You're muted.
23.
23. All right, you managed to quickly grab onto the rail and keep your bearings, Glaton.
That's a 3.
A 3. Okay, you are knocked prone. You fall over, and it rattles you, and you. It kind of came out of the blue. It was a bigger force than the last 2 hits. Deros,
10.
same with you. You fall over. Did you roll your bless on that? Isn't it for saves?
Yeah.
It's for saving throws as well, yeah.
I forgot. I did not roll.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna hit the DC on it, so never mind.
Well, I have Bardic Inspiration too.
Okay. What'd you get?
I also have.
Are you using it?
Well, yeah, because I'm at a 12 right now. So I'm gonna roll my Bardic Inspiration. So 16.
Okay. You managed to grab onto the railing as well, because you're right on the edge there. You had just walked up to the edge to see the water elemental anyway, so you had your hand on the rail, and you managed to
Okay.
keep yourself from falling over. The archers aboard all failed their saving throws.
Of course
and
they did.
fall over.
Of course they did.
The archers failed and fell over?
Yes.
Like over the ship.
No. They just failed their saving throw to grab onto something. They had their
don't you know?
They had
You're
their
making me scared
arrows
and stuff.
drawn and their hands were full, so they rolled with disadvantage and they all failed.
Mm.
It is their turn, and they stand up, and this one's actually heading toward the bow of the ship, and the captain is helping, watching this, and he is ordering the crew to weigh the anchor as quickly as they can, and they have finally weighed the anchor, and he's ordering them to shift the sails. He needs for them to go a different direction to avoid this thing. There's no way that his ship can take any more damage from this Kraken. And with that, we will continue next week.
Oh.
Because it's after
yeah.
10. And we will continue our sea battle with the Kraken and the water elemental. I'll leave this set up. I'll take a picture, actually. And we'll finish it next week.
The ship is moving again.
Yeah, the anchor has been pulled up and the sails are being adjusted. So we'll end it there, and we'll pick up. It will be... I'm just going to say this for the sake of watching it next week so I remember what we did. It will be... the archer stood up. It will be Beaufort's turn when we come back. but I'll take a picture so we remember. So,
All right.
okay. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Banana Brothers, for being the awesome players that you are. We are going to raid. Who are we going to raid tonight?
Oh, Shenanigans not on?
No,
No.
they wrapped. They'll be back in March. Don't
Yeah.
quote me on that. They just put a tweet out.
They did. And I need to retweet that. I will do that tomorrow. I can't do it tonight. I'm going to, I have a date with Pro tonight. So let me remind myself to do that. But thank you all so much. Let me transition to our thank you screen. And
Ryland says Drake's up, and so is Dire Bear.
Dire Bear
Oh,
is
nice.
a Nerdsmith person. We should totally raid them. They're probably playing some D&D. So let's go. Let's raid them. Dire Bear GM, right?
Hopefully they're on dry land.
All right. Let me go to my. I'll click that.
All right, let's also remember that I've got 7 more rounds of Moonbeam, and we have
9 more
8,
bless.
9 of
Yes.
bless.
I
9
have only
Yeah.
5 of my driftwood left.
9 more
8,
bless.
9 of
Yes.
bless.
I
Okay.
have only.
Hey, it's
5
good
of my
news
driftwood
that
left.
I know
I'm gonna-
exactly
9
where
more
that's
bless.
9
Yeah,
of bless.
all right.
I
I'm gonna
have
mute.
only
Hey,